Are you aware what happened on March 27th?
When? What? No, maybe.
Well, there was a murder.
Okay, I've heard people buzzing about it. Yes, I'm aware that something did happen. Yeah.
Who have you heard it from?
Oh, just kids talk. The door's open. I hear people. Nobody came to me specifically and said, "Oh my God."
Do you know who it was? Who was murdered?
Who was? I've heard the name. It's a weird name. J. Ron? Is that? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know who he is. I've just heard the name.
So you didn't know him?
Mm-mm.
What were you doing during the time the murder took place?
I don't know what time the murder took place.
It was after school on Friday.
Okay, well, Friday, I bust out right at like 2:20 and 30 seconds, man. Every Friday, I'm out the door.
Well, you were here after school on Friday.
I actually was not, because I actually do remember that, because that was the day that not only could Mr. Quirk and Mr. Wilhelm join Mr. Johnson and I at El Toro, but Mr. Wilhelm's wife was going to meet us too, so I know for a fact. We forgot to sign out, which we do, but yeah, no, we weren't here.
Do you know anything about the drug trade here?
There's a drug trade here? I don't know, no. I know kids, I know people do drugs, but I didn't know there was a drug trade. Is there a drug trade here?
Yes, ma'am.
On the East End, rich kids, not surprised.
Do you see any
We should probably cut that out.
Do you see any teachers acting suspicious?
Not any more than they normally would that I know of, no.
Do you use Oxycontin?
Do I use Oxycontin? No. I had a prescription a little while back. I have a bad back. I don't know if you guys know that about me. But I did have a prescription for it that my doctor had to give me so I could actually walk. But now that's gone. I took all those. So.
Did any teachers you know have a grudge against J-Ron?
If this is the kid that I'm thinking, because I don't know him, I do know that there's some kid that Brinley would just bitch about, he's never going to amount to nothing, stuff like that, but I can't guarantee it's the same kid. But if it is, then yeah, I know that I've heard Brinley say things, but other than that, no.
Do you know who the big boss is?
As in the principal of our high school, Miss Kaylin, who is my big boss?
No, ma'am.
No, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
What do you think should happen to the person who murdered J-Ron?
Well, they should definitely, through the legal system, get whatever they deserve. Jail, definitely. I don't know. Is that what you mean? Like death penalty kind of stuff? That's
do you think
politics.
They should get, what's your personal opinion? Do you think they should get life, death?
I don't know what happened to J-Ron. If the murder was in self-defense, that's one thing. If the murder was out of, I don't even know the words to say.
From what we know, the murder was because J-Ron stole money.
But still, if it was not in self-defense, that doesn't matter, and whoever did the killing needs to come to justice. Go to prison, whatever the maximum term. That's my belief.
Is there anything else you need to tell us?
Well, I did just think about when you were talking about the Oxycontin, and you asked if I did it. I guess some people knew that I used to have some because Miss Peak and Miss Adams came to me at different times, asking, Miss Peak, she sweetest lady, I don't know if you guys know her, and she was having some pain, I guess she said she was, and asked me if I would give her one, and I don't do that. You're not supposed to share prescription drugs, so absolutely I was not going to give her one, but I didn't have any anyway. So both of them, I'd heard through the grapevine, nobody told me personally, like I said, it's what you hear up and down the hallways, that Cox was into giving some people. So if I had to point you in any direction, that might be something, but other than that, I don't know anything else.
Okay, well, thank you for your
You are
time.
very welcome.